Hello students, in our unit number 4, the next topic is collisions. The meaning of collision is mutual interaction between two bodies for a short period of time. Now, the situation we can understand with the help of this diagram. Suppose there are two bodies. These may be two balls which are on the table and they are moving. So, suppose their initial velocities are u1 and u2. Now if this ball is faster, so if they are moving, both the balls are moving in the same direction, then they will collide for a short period of time and after that they will get separated. So after collision, this situation is there. So before collision, they may be having some initial velocities, but after collision, their velocities will change. So what type of collisions are there? Depending upon that, the velocities answers will be derived. So let us understand the types of collisions. So there are three types of collisions: elastic collision, inelastic collision and perfectly inelastic collision. Now we'll write the definitions or the differences among the three collisions. So it depends upon, the collision type depends upon two things: momentum conservation and kinetic energy conservation. Okay, momentum conservation and kinetic energy conservation. Now first collision, elastic. Elastic collision is the one in which momentum is also conserved and kinetic energy is also conserved. Conserved means before collision whatever was the momentum and after collision whatever is the momentum, that is same. So that is called momentum conservation. So momentum conservation says here that momentum before collision and momentum after collision of the two bodies is the same. In the same manner, kinetic energy is also conserved. Before collision total kinetic energy and after collision total kinetic energy is same. So elastic collision is the one in which both are conserved, momentum and kinetic energy. Then inelastic collision. Inelastic collision is that collision in which only momentum is conserved, kinetic energy is not conserved. Okay, so momentum remains same before collision and after collision, but kinetic energy is, some kinetic energy is lost in the collision. That's why here kinetic energy is not conserved. And the third type of collision is perfectly inelastic. Now perfectly inelastic collision, it is that collision in which momentum is conserved, kinetic energy is not conserved, and also perfectly elastic means the two bodies after collision stick together. So this is the extra property here. So that we are going to write here in detail. So let us revise the definitions. Elastic collision, the collision in which momentum and kinetic energy both are conserved. Both are conserved, that means now if kinetic is conserved, that means there is no loss of kinetic during collision. Okay. Now inelastic collision, the collision in which only momentum is conserved, kinetic energy is not conserved. That means some kinetic energy is lost, wasted during the collision. Okay. Now third, perfectly inelastic collision. So because you can see in this inelastic word is coming, so this and this property is same, only one extra property is there. So here momentum conserved, kinetic energy not conserved, and two bodies stick to each other after collision. Okay. Now we are going to study these collisions in detail. Note down all this. We will be doing the collisions in detail. So elastic collision in one dimension we are starting. This we also call head-on collision. Okay, head-on collision. Now the diagram will be the common diagram. First of all, m1 mass or m1 object is moving initially with u1 velocity, m2 is moving with u2 velocity at some gap. After that they collided, and after collision masses will not change obviously, but velocities will change after collision. So final velocities are v1 and v2. So this is before collision and this diagram is after collision. Now we have to solve the final velocities. That means V1 and V2 are unknown for us. So how to solve? For that we will take the help of conservation equations. So our target is that V1 and V2 we have to solve. Let us start solving. So first of all, it is which type of collision that we have to focus. This is elastic collision. So in elastic collision, momentum is also conserved and K is also conserved. So we will make these two equations. So momentum conservation equation means we have to do total momentum before collision. This we have to equate with total momentum after collision. So momentum conservation equation means total momentum before equal to total momentum after collision. Now there are two bodies, so total momentum we have to solve. So momentum formula is mass into velocity. So its momentum is m1 u1, its momentum is m2 u2. So total momentum will become m1 u1 plus m2 u2. We have to equate it with the momentum after collision. But after collision the velocities are changed. So m1 v1 is the momentum of first object, m2 v2 is the momentum of second object. We will add them. So m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is the total momentum. So this is our first equation formed. Now we have two unknowns. So we need second equation also so that we can solve the two unknowns. So second help is kinetic energy conservation. So by kinetic energy conservation, kinetic energy before collision and kinetic energy after collision should be equal. Now kinetic energy formula is half of mv square. So half of m1 u1 square, because now here the velocity is u1 of m1. Here m2's velocity is u2. So half of m2 u2 square. Okay, this is kinetic energy before collision, total kinetic energy. Now total kinetic energy after collision. So half of m1 v1 square of the first object and of the second object half of m2 v2 square. Okay, so these two equations are prepared. Okay, now the problem is that we have got two equations, but first equation is linear equation, that means in power 1, and second equation is quadratic equation, that means here power 2 is going on. Okay, so power 2 is not helpful here. We can do one thing, that we can convert this equation also in power 1. So there is a procedure, that procedure we will follow so that we get one more equation in power 1, linear equation that means. So how to do it? First of all we will simplify this equation. So in simplification you can see half is cancelled by taking common. First thing is this. After that now we can shift all 1 suffix terms this side, all 2 suffix terms this side, in this equation also and in this equation also. m1 u1 square is here only, m1 v1 square is shifted here, so became negative. Then m2 v2 square is here only and m2 u2 square is shifted here, so became negative. So this is the transfer equation from second we obtained. In the same manner we will obtain from first also, so that we can divide the two equations. So let us make, you can see all 1 suffix should remain one side. So m1 u1 will remain here from equation 1. Okay, m1 u1 here, m1 v1 shifted here became negative, m2 v2 will remain here only and m2 u2 shifted here became negative. Okay, now why we did it? Why we shifted all 1 suffix one side? So that we can divide the two equations. एक इक्वेशन मिली है काइनेटिक एनर्जी से और एक इक्वेशन मिली है मोमेंटम इक्वेशन से. अब दोनों में हम अगर डिवाइड करें तो m1 और m2 कैंसिल हो जाएगा एंड पावर्स भी फर्दर रिड्यूस हो जाएंगी. हाउ? लेट अस सी. वी विल बी डिवाइडिंग द टू इक्वेशंस नाउ. सो लेट अस पुट अ डिवीजन साइन. m1 can be taken common in the numerator and m1 is in denominator also common, so it will be cancelled. So what is left as u1 square minus v1 square upon u1 minus v1. You can see m1 m1 all are removed. In the same manner here v2 square minus u2 square will be left because m2 is taken common and cancelled from the denominator. Okay, this way. Now finally you can see what equations we have obtained in that m is not there. Okay, and what format is there present. You can see this is u1 square minus v1 square upon u1 minus v1. So it can be solved. How? This is a square minus b square and this is a minus b. So when we open a square minus b square, it is a minus b, a plus b. So a minus b term will get cancelled, only a plus b term will remain. So here we are getting this equation. You must have understood how. A square minus b square we will open. So a minus b, a plus b. A minus b will get cancelled. A plus b will remain. Okay. So this is our equation number 3rd. Now you can see our purpose is solved. We wanted two linear equations. That means we wanted two linear equations, means equations in single power. Okay. So you can see this is our first equation which is of use. First equation is this and second linear equation is this. Now solving this equation 1 and 3 by the manner of solving linear equations, we will solve our unknowns v1 and v2. So how do we solve the two equations? The equations which we are going to use now, that are written here. Okay, this is equation 1 and this is equation 3. You can check. Now how do we solve the linear equations? We have two unknowns, v1 and v2. Here also v1 and v2. So the procedure is, from any equation we will solve any one variable like v1 and we will substitute v1 in second equation. So let us do now. You can see from this equation we are making v2 answer. So v2 we have to make. That means v2 will remain here only and u2 will be shifted here. So you can see u1 plus v1 minus u2. This is the answer of v2. Now once v2 is prepared from any equation, that means from this equation. Now once v2 is prepared, we have to put it in this equation. So let us put it. So m1 u1 plus m2 u2 as it is equal to m1 v1 as it is, and v2. In place of this v2, we have prepared this v2 already. So we have to substitute it here, u1 plus v1 minus u2. Now you can notice one thing, that in this equation only one unknown is there, v1. Okay, you can see m1 u1, m2 u2 all are known terms. Whatever is given before collision, that are all known terms. So all are known. What is unknown? What is new for us? So v1 and v2 were new for us, but in this equation only v1 is present. So we will solve v1. So how to solve v1? All v1 terms will remain here only and other terms will be shifted this side. So m1 u1 here, m2 u2 here. Now v1 terms should remain there only. So what is left? m2 u1. It will come here, became negative, and m2 u2 is already negative. It is shifted here, became positive. Now what is left? That side. m1 v1 this side and m2 v1 this side. Okay, so all v1 terms should remain that side and all other terms should come this side. Okay, now we have to simplify it. So how to simplify? Whatever terms are similar like m2 u2, it will become 2m2 u2. m2 u2, m2 u2 means 2m2 u2, and this term, from that u1 is common, m1 minus m2 is in the bracket left, and here also v1 common, m1 plus m2 in the bracket. Now our target was to solve v1. So v1 is here. Now that means this term should be divided. Okay. After dividing, we will get this answer. Numerator is same and this m1 m2 divided. So we have got the final answer of velocity v1. We have to learn this answer. Okay. So final answer should be learned for the numericals, and then this derivation steps are to be remembered. Okay. So v1, the way v1 solved. Now for v2, we don't have to solve it in detail. We have to just exchange the suffixes. Like if we want to solve v2, so just write similarly and after that exchange the suffixes. So 2, m2 means m1, u2 means u1, in place of u1 u2, m2 minus m1 upon m2 plus m1 equal to v2. So V1 and V2 expressions are exactly same, and these are the final velocities after elastic collision in one dimension. Okay. So derivation steps must have been understood. Momentum equation, then write kinetic equation, simplify kinetic equation, then shift all one suffix one side and suffix 2 on the second side. So shifted one suffix here, 2 suffix there, from this also, from this also. Then dividing the two equations, we will get a simplified equation. Now first and third equation we have to solve again. So first and third equations are linear equation. The procedure of solving the linear equations for any x and y, that we have to apply. Solve any one variable from any one equation and put it in second equation. That only we have done. Okay. Down the whole derivation. We have to start the second case, inelastic collision in one dimension. Okay, inelastic collision. Now diagram will remain common only. The two bodies have collided. Initial velocity is u1, u2 and final velocities are v1, v2. Our target is to solve v1 and v2. Okay, so we are going to solve. Now as is the procedure, first of all, inelastic collision is the one in which momentum is conserved. So we have written this momentum conservation equation. But now the kinetic energy is not conserved because it is inelastic type of. So how do we get the second equation which will help us to solve v1 and v2? So for second equation, we take one coefficient of restitution definition. All types of collisions, one coefficient is defined, that is called coefficient of restitution. It is denoted by E, and it is actually the ratio of relative velocity after collision upon relative velocity before collision. So v2 minus v1 upon u1 minus u2. This is the ratio, it is called E. So as a second equation, we are going to use this formula only. So we can arrange it like this, v2 minus v1 equal to E u1 minus u2. Okay, so now we will be solving. Our target is to solve v1 and v2. So we will take first equation as it is, this one, and we will take this third equation. And like we solve the linear equations, in the same manner we will solve these two equations. So the procedure is same. हमारे unknown क्या है? v1 and v2, v1 v2, v1 v2. हमारे unknown है v1 v2. हम किसी भी एक unknown को किसी भी एक equation से solve करेंगे और second में put करेंगे. Let us do. See, v2 solve कर लेते हैं थर्ड इक्वेशन से. तो v2 solve किया, ये v1 इधर शिफ्ट होके प्लस का हो गया. So v2 equal to plus v1 eu1 minus eu2. Okay, e value is considered known. E is known term. This v2 we will substitute in this equation. So m1 u1 plus m2 u2 as it is, m1 v1 as it is. And in place of this v2, we have prepared this equation, we will put. Now you can see that in this whole equation, there is only one unknown. That is what? v1. So v1 terms I am underlining. This should remain here only, and all other terms should be shifted this side. Okay. Check m1 u1, m2 u2 here only, and m2 e u1. Okay, m2 is multiplied. m2 e u1, it is of plus, it will become here minus. And m2 e u2, it is of minus, it will become here plus. Okay, so these two terms shifted this side, and what is remaining here, that is m1 v1 plus m2 v1. Okay, now you can see this complete equation is in terms of v1 common, m1 plus m2 in the bracket. Simplifying both the sides. Here you can see m2 u2 terms are here. So m2 u2 can be taken common, 1 from here left and e from here left. And in this and this equation, this term u1 is common. So m1 left from here and minus e u2 minus e m2 left here. So I think plus should come. u1 taken common, m1 and minus e m2. This has come, and now here v1 taken common, m1 plus m2 in the bracket. Now last step you know already, this m1 plus m2 should be shifted down so that v1 alone. After shifting m1 plus m2 down, we are getting this as the final answer of v1. Now for v2, we have to just interchange the suffixes. So v1 and v2 final answers are obtained. Okay, so this we have done inelastic collision in 1D. Momentum conservation equation, okay, started with this. Then because second equation kinetic energy conservation is missing here because kinetic is not conserved. That's why we have taken the help of E formula. E formula is V2 minus V1 upon U1 minus U2. This is called coefficient of restitution. These values, E values are fixed for all types of collisions. Okay, so using this as second equation, we have solved the complete solution. We have got the answers of V1 and V2. Okay.